Today was interesting. During the day, I had the reminding thought of brother saying, I will have to wash your feet too. This he said while we were conversing one day after I arrived in Sierra Leone. Being recalled of it today, after the Lord's Supper, we sat on the chairs and stood still and quiet. Suddenly he hands me his Bible promises and tells me simply to ask the Lord, without question made. And after opening a page, he asked me to open one more. And after we were done discussing the discernment and its result, he got up. Okay, he seemed kind of funny. You stay here, yeah? And he walks out the door while my heart was skipping a beat. Oh man, what is coming? Soon I see him entering with a washing up bowl. He was about to wash my feet. Stunned, I stood there as I realized it. Oh, the Lord is gonna have a talk with me later on. I blurted jokingly, but with funny meaning, catching me off guard. Well, that's fine with me, brother said in a funny way. After it all was done and finished, I asked for brother's Bible Promises book, trying to discern something with the Lord, to which I got forgiveness, relationship, friendship, and freedom. But not being accustomed to this Bible Promises version, which is his is different than mine, I was pondering the Lord's response to my question. So I just handed the book back to my brother while thinking in my mind about it. My brother began to laugh, wondering about my question after seeing my expression. And with this we began another conversation, a deep one. My question in discernment to the Lord was about a dream that I had while I fell asleep an hour ago before the Lord's Supper. In the dream was a man, an adult, myself and a boy, a young adult boy. We were beginning to run, racing, exercising, and I noticed that I was in sports black leggings and in black tennis shoes, like them, in their own style. I noticed also that as I began to run, I applied force, expanding the muscles of my legs. I was not only in the race, about to begin a run, but exercising and expanding the tendons and muscle legs, training them in resistance and fortitude at the same time. So I asked the Lord, trying to understand if this is why He brought me here, to train my spiritual muscles. Why would you ask that? Brother asked me of why I was here. Because the enemy is messing up with my head, I replied. Oh, now I see, he retorted. Along the conversation, I opened up and I admitted the things the enemy was messing up with me in my thoughts, causing me to question why I was brought here. Brother finally got it, because some of the tricks the enemy uses involved him. From here he began to tell me his side of the mind, and how the enemy also tried to play around with his mind. But he ain't buying that. He is not allowing the enemy to play with his mind. So the devil fled away. Brother then goes on suggesting and guiding me, counseling, telling me among these words, you have to be bold at times too, to break from it a bit. You have your own territory and you can be even as bold as to put force to crush his head, the devil's. You have it within you and you have it in Jesus. You just have to let it up and let it go. You cannot be perfect. We all cannot be perfect, he said funnily as an aside in a different topic, as he too had a history with the perfection card. Rather, you have to learn to embrace your imperfection and learn to laugh about yourself. Your little mistakes or so. Then he gives me an example about himself, when he started to laugh about himself over a slipped word in the Lord's Supper. It is better to laugh about yourself than about others. Of course, you can slightly join in a share and laugh if the others allow you to about their own faults and mistakes. Just a bit, he added as an aside. Trying to be perfect on our own makes you serious. We don't want to be serious, do we? He was funny in his approach, but with meaning. And without knowing, maybe, he was nailing some areas in me once again, giving me counsel therefore. The Holy Spirit most surely was doing that through him. Then brother reassures me, saying, "But no, you don't have to worry about that. You can brush it off." He tells me about the issue that the enemy was bringing up in my mind, assaulting me, which involved him in some area. Through brother's mouth, the Lord spoke directly to me, saying, "I know better what is good for you." Thus setting my soul on the thinking, as it bammed on me what I just heard from his mouth from the Lord. Brother sincerely says to me that he truly enjoys the time with me, a woman's presence in a pure way. He needed that, and I have no idea of how much my presence is helping him, even by staying near in the silence, as it is my usual at times. The day before we met a woman and her younger son, as she willingly escorted us through the village's pathway to lead us to the beach because we wanted to take a walk. When we were about to part ways and go home, I asked her joyfully, "Can I hug you?" And she cheerfully consented, which caused a huggy wave to fall upon the youngest son and brother. They too hugged one another because of that after seeing me and her. When you asked if you could hug her, brother began during our present conversation. This was it, the best of all of that yesterday. I mean, this is all it's all about, these little powerful things, right? He said, sharing with me what he sees the Lord doing through me, and how my presence in simple acts and little gestures act as powerful acts. "You cannot see it," he says to me, continuing to say more with the aim of helping me with my question of why am I here. Then after recording what happened during the day and the Lord's movements, I began to hear the Lord telling me in that moment, "The plans I have for you are always good and perfect. Another season is coming now. You will grow in many areas, and with you, many others too. It is with a purpose that I brought you to this place, and it will go on beautifully. Do not fear anything, but in everything be as you have been made to be, in me." He reminded me some of the points previously said. "And when you are in me, you are at peace and free to be. This is what I am teaching you. To be," he said. You see, it does not require trumpets and boom booms to proclaim my love. It comes in little acts that carry much fragrance. Yes, many times perceived by others more by oneself. So be my little flower in this valley, and spread the fragrance as you go. I am also in to teach you much more and to witness how I too love you very much and work through you. You are here to witness my heaven on earth. You are my tool, and you are my witness too. So relax and enjoy the ride." Jesus said, "In times of struggles, the better will it be. Stand and watch what I do with you and through you. Stand and see me and love me for all that I do for you and souls. Stand and see my love in action and how it blooms." At that point, I could not but just sigh calmly. "Allow yourself a laugh or two," Jesus added now, "and enjoy your stay with me here, with you, and you will catch up soon of why you are here. Do not be tense. Learn to relax and see the hand moves of your God." "Okay, Lord." "As you go," he encourages, concluding, "you will bring much fruit here."